Congratulations. A lot of exciting news was shared here today. Fiber coming to the home, a lot of investments happening in our community. It's starting to answer a lot of questions that we had inside of us.
As you know, Liberty, we're relatively new, but we're not that new. We're proudly running an operation with a very rich history. With our acquisition of AT&T's properties here, we have 30 years of history in the island. And now we acquired BroadbandVI, and together, today, we're announcing Liberty Virgin Islands. So starting today, we're going to be Liberty Virgin Islands. And it's a company that's committed to bringing the best wireless and also broadband services to the Virgin Islands. So our goal, our motto is we want to bring broadband to every household, because that's actually going to help in the growth of the economy, in the growth of people in the islands. Many of you know, we are the recipient of the Connect USVI funds from FCC. And the federal funding, we got $84.5 million to bring fiber to every household and every business in the island. Our CEO Balan was saying this morning, there aren't too many places in the world where every household has fiber access. USVI is going to be one of those very, very, very few places where that happens.
How does this moment feel for you? Because less than 8 months ago, we did your introductory interview. We just aired it today. How does it feel for you? Did you know when you came here that this is what you were going to do?
Well, I came here specifically to do this as one of the biggest projects. And for me, this is actually exciting because it's the start of a big journey for Liberty and for the Virgin Islands. Mm-hmm. So very exciting. And very happy that this is moving forward quite quickly, and we're looking forward to seeing the future.
Mm-hmm. So in a synopsis, we're saying we're bringing fiber to each and every home by 2025?
That is correct. That's the plan.
Okay.
Yes. The completion, as per FCC's requirement, is 40% of the fiber to be built by 2024, 80% by 2026, and project completion by 2027. We're going to accelerate it. We're going to invest more funds, our own funds, and accelerate the construction, and our goal is to get it completed by 2025. So by 2025, every household should have fiber, and every business should be connected with fiber.
And this is, like you said, we're using clean and a good technology where it's not going to be as rough or destructive to the roads. It's going to be very kind of friendly, and that means it's like a faster implementation time?
You're absolutely right. So the technology that we're bringing, as I discussed this morning, is micro trenching. So it's essentially very, very small trench along the sides of the road where possible. And where we can't do micro trenching, we're probably going to use some things like boring. And the whole idea is try to minimize disruption as much as possible. We can do things faster, so we can get fiber to people faster, but also not really hog up the roads that much.
Yeah, and the good parts, like you said, we're talking symmetrical, we're talking good speeds at a great price.
That's correct. Working through pricing, right? But we're talking about starting speeds at 50 megabits per second, but 100 megabits per second for less than $100. And that's only the start. That's what, I'm sorry? It's symmetrical, it's down and up. That's the beauty of this. So imagine, this is the symmetrical is important to emphasize. Everybody talks about download speed, but upload speed becomes very important, especially when you're doing video conference. And anymore, video conferencing is becoming the way of life. So symmetrical speeds, the upload speed is extremely important. That's why symmetrical is important.
This can be done quicker. I mean, we're right now just begging and fighting for better internet, better service. 2025, that's like 3 years away. Is the internet already here? Like, what's happening in the background? Why it's 3 years?
The reason why it takes time is there's a lot of construction that needs to happen. We're leveraging a lot of fiber that we already have, but even with that, we have to lay fiber in many places. We have to get fiber all the way to every house, and that takes time. Mm-hmm. And it's a process. We have to get permits from DPW, from DPNR. We have to coordinate with other construction projects that are going on. So WAPA's got a big project, Waste Management's got a big project. So all of that takes time. On top of that, is not to say, I talked about workforce development and so on,
that,
right?
yeah.
But having the right crew, having all the equipment, having inventory. Supply chain is an issue because of the pandemic throughout the world, and getting fiber, getting all the equipment, getting the trenchers on the island, and it's because we're talking about micro trenching. It's not that we don't have trenchers on the island, we do, but we don't have micro trenchers. So those are all the things that will actually take time.
And let's talk on that. You mentioned it, the workforce. You mentioned it, and it was very obvious to me. You indicated we're going to hire as much of the Virgin Islanders, the local staff that we can, and we're looking to train and to develop the workers. That could be misdigested by some. For myself, it says to me a project like this, it takes a partnership of everyone.
That's right.
And we need to train our people to make sure that we are included. But let me allow you to really get into a little more depth that you had on the podium earlier to talk about that. Because, like we said, some people could digest it incorrectly.
Absolutely. No, that's a great point. Look, what I did not mean to say is that there is no talent here. There is talent. There are people who, construction has been going on for a long time. A lot of people here locally, actually, we had a firm that worked with us, even it was AT&T, that helped us lay some of the fiber. It's not that there are not people who know how to do fiber construction. We don't have enough. And this is also new technology. So we need crews that know how to do this, and we also need crews that have the equipment. The micro trenchers are not there on the island. And our goal is, while we're bringing a construction partner like AEG, who's a very large company that has significant experience, they're not going to bring people from outside. Their goal is to find people locally, to train them, or if there are already people that know how to do this, we are willing to work with them, right? So AEG is already reaching out to a number of companies locally to partner with them. It takes a village. It takes the entire community to make this happen. Liberty can't do it by ourselves. We need all the help we can get.
So you mentioned that's the company that you're going to be working with, partnering with,
AEG, Atlantic Engineering Group. Correct.
Atlantic Engineering Group. So let's take it on two sides. For the Virgin Island companies, the local companies, are you saying there's still opportunity for them to get a piece of the pie? Or AEG, they are the parent, or they have the official contract, or they're going to sub out the work? Sometimes companies here feel as, there's an outside company that's coming in and taking the whole pie, and they don't have an option to get some of the eat.
No, absolutely not. So our goal is, it's economic development for the Virgin Islands as well. So that means if there are local companies that have talent, that have the capability, that have anything that they can actually do as part of the project, absolutely. We welcome every one of them to come and talk to us, to come and talk to AEG. And obviously we care about the capability, we care about quality, and we care about the right pricing from them as well. So as long as we're able to work out a proper contract, we welcome that opportunity, right? It's important for us to have local participation.
For the viewers right now that are watching, what do you tell them? Because it definitely sounds like the bigger, massive network is on its way to the Virgin Islands. Some are still crying about right now. While we were doing the stream, some talking about the spams, and they're talking about the calls in certain areas. What do you tell them?
Well, so two parts. One is on the spams, we are working through some of that. Not just us. The FCC is also trying to work, because this is an issue that impacts not just the Virgin Islanders, it's impacting everybody worldwide. Technology has good and bad, and anytime you have new technology come up, there are some people who use it for good, there are some people who use it for bad. And as people start using it for the bad purposes, then we try to find other solutions together. So one thing you would notice is the spams have gone down, because FCC has also been focusing quite a bit. If people continue to get spams, we will have information on our website. Please, first of all, don't respond, block them out, and then FCC is implementing certain programs to stop that spam as time goes by. So bear with this. It's a question of, over time it will work itself out.
Great, thank you for the answering the questions, and congratulations to you and your team. It's definitely a lot that's going to be taking place, and we just, like you said, it's going to be exciting changes. It's a good moment for all of us to be a part of it.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, and absolutely, and it is going to be an exciting moment, and it is going to be, I'll say this once again, right, it takes everybody to make this happen, so I'm looking for people in Virgin Island, companies that have this capability to come help us, be part of this journey.
Now, last question. For a young gentleman or a lady that may be interested in learning, you don't have the skill set now, we do know you have the contractual partner. Do they have any training schools up or set up, or how can they at least start to learn within the 6 months to a year? Because this is a 3-year rollout. It's going to be some time. Do you know anything on that?
Yes. So two parts to that. One, the AEG also is going to bring some training program to the table. We also have our own Liberty University, and if there's a young gentleman or a lady who's interested in getting into any of this and they don't have the skills, we look for attitude first. And if they have the right attitude and the right goals, we're happy to take them and train them. So yes, we look forward to that.
They just have to apply at the store. How
they have to. They have to. What I will do is this: I'll set up a website and a social media site where people can express interest, and we can start collecting some of that. And we're still working through some of that process,
okay,
and we will make sure that all of that is set up and communicated.
And like you said, it's going to be a process.
It is going to be a process.
Growing process, and things take time.
That's correct.
And we also got to have a little patience on our side.
Absolutely.
Thank you once again, and good luck. Good luck for all of us.
Thank you very much.
Are you ready for that 50-50 symmetrical 100 less? You know?
You should be aiming for not 50 but 150. Excellent. Thank you.
Good.